Hey everyone, I wanted to make a quick video regarding one of the largest obstacles that people face when they're trying to change their life, which is usually that we look at where we were in our lives, or even where we are in our lives. We look at the thoughts that we think and the things that we do and the habits that we've created, and we vilify them. And we do that basically because we want to try and encourage ourselves in the most harsh way possible to change what we're doing. So we figure, if I have a smoking habit and I vilify smoking and smokers, that will make it easier for me to stop smoking. Now, that may seem like a good idea, but in the long run, it actually creates more divisiveness, more walls, and more issues to deal with. So rather than do that, rather than setting yourself up a rule of what you should and should not do, show yourself a little compassion, show yourself a little bit of empathy. Understand that where you are right now, the thoughts that you think and your habits and so on, were created over time out of necessity. Life is very uncertain. You can't argue with this. It's either stressful or it's frightening or it's a combination of all of those things. And so you develop certain mechanisms over time to deal with that. You develop certain tools to ease your uncertainty and to allow you to exist in the world in somewhat of a fulfilling way. Now, when we create these mechanisms, we often aren't looking at the long term. We're looking at, okay, I feel uncertain about a certain thing, or something is unfamiliar, so I'm going to think about it this way. So that way it eases my fear or my anxiety, or it eases my worry about it being unknown, and allows me to continue on through this experience without crumbling in fear. And that makes sense in a lot of ways, and we learn it when we're children. If you look at children, that's exactly what they're doing. They're learning different tools on how to deal with different pressures that reality puts on us. So don't vilify that. Understand what you've been doing this whole time is adapting, which means that you have the ability to adapt, which means that we can go from here and experience something else. But to do that, you need to recognize that you haven't made any mistakes up until now. In fact, everything you've done up till now has given you the tools that you need to go to the next step. So show yourself a little compassion and show yourself some empathy, as you would with somebody else who was going through a hard patch. And understand that we're all in this together. So keep that in mind. Give yourself a little credit where it's due, though not too much. And I'll make another video in the future. If you have any questions, get in touch with me. Cheers.